Hello YouTube! I'm back. I'm using my camera today, so you're gonna get a better quality video, obviously. Excuse me. I'm not sure why I haven't been using it. I don't know. I don't really film a lot of videos, so it's kind of like a learning process. I kind of enjoy making get ready with me videos, so I might do a few of these and you know, just to chat with you guys as well. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can use the Eternals Urban Decay Marble palette. ASMR. I think I got this at half price because at that time Sephora was having a sale. So yeah, it was really just calling out to me. And with a lot of these palettes, let me just open it. So when you open it, it kind of goes like this. Like, oh my god. This is what like we used to love as kids, right? Inspire greatness across the universe. So it says here. And then you kind of open this. This palette doesn't come with a mirror, so it has 15 colors. So when you have this many colors, you can create so many looks with one palette, right? So we're just gonna test it out, and I'm gonna show you how much pigment is picked up on the brush, and then how much of that on the brush actually goes onto your eyes. So I'm just gonna pin my hair like so. Recently I bought a straightener because I realized my hair does get a little frizzy, but I'm in a little rush today. As usual, I always take my time, and then time passes so fast and I'm like, oops, I'm rushing. So I know in the previous video I mentioned that oh sorry, I mentioned that I didn't really use oil for my hair, but when my hair is a little frizzy, I put just a little bit of oil to help it calm down. I have a few different ones. This one is by Innisfree, Camellia Essential Hair Oil Serum. So I always look at the type of oil that is being used. I'm not so sure about the lighting in this toilet, but we're just gonna make do with it. Alright, so I want to prep my face. I've already cleansed my face a little. Ooh, I have a hair balm. I need to use it. Okay, so I like to use, you know, products that have vitamins because, as I mentioned before, our skin is the largest organ in our body, so whatever we feed it goes into our body, obviously. So this is a vitamin-enriched face base, all-in-one primer and moisturizer from Bobbi Brown. It has vitamin E. Oh, it smells so good. And I just like to put this all over my face, you know, down to my neck. Because as you grow older, as we mature in age, how we treat our skin, you know, a lot of things also, but skin is one of it. It's going to show, that's going to show as we grow older, right? That's going to, my pin! That's going to, I'm really, there we go. That's really going to, should I pin up my hair? Yeah, I think I should, just to give it that clean look. Let me grab my clip real quick. Okay, I am back. I have my hair away from my face. I'm doing all these things. So yeah, I like to put especially on wherever my skin feels a little dry, I will put a bit more. And then wherever it's a little more oily, like the T-zone here, I just go very easy on it. And then for my hair, recently I bought this from Aesop, Violet Leaf Hair Balm. So this is really good for hair because it has natural nutrients. So like carmelian nut, carrot oil, lavender stem. It smells amazing. And I like to put this, I know my hair is up right now, on my ends, especially when it's kind of dry. This is a conditioning balm. Oh, you can even use it on wet hair too. So yeah, I like to put it on parts that feel a little dry, just to let it, you know. And you can do this before you straighten your hair with heat. It can be used as a protectant, I believe. Also, a little trick, if you want to look extra put together, you just put it here, like at the top. I've seen people do this to the hair. They've not mentioned this, but when I look at their photos, I'm like, they obviously did that to their hair, so I'm going to show you what they probably do. Do that, and then it looks so much more cleaner if you're going for that look. That's very trendy these days. See? That makes a difference. It really does. If you're into that kind of vibe. Okay, so Givenchy from Sephora again. So this is supposed to give a more dewy look. The main areas I'm concerned about is my under eye area, and then blending out the redness in the cheek. So the other side. So if you have like a mole like me or freckles, you can put like less product on your face just so you don't cover your natural spots. I have this froggy earring today. Isn't it cute? Just makes me smile when I look at it. Forehead. I like to put on my forehead like slightly more, just because when I wear my mask these days, you know, we have to wear all the masks. I don't want my forehead to end up being darker than, you know, the lower part of my face that's covered by the mask. So that's what I try to do. Shall I use the same powder or a different powder? If I can find my other powder. I think I might use the same one. Just to make it... Oh, there's this cat skin powder, which is... because you know when we put a lot of color correcting products on our face, it kind of... Sometimes it makes us look like very pale. So this kind of product will help even out the skin tones. I forgot which brand first came out with it. That's alright, I don't need to know everything. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do that. I don't usually use this just because I do like the more pale, not pale. Like I like this powder more just because. Alright, so I'm gonna do that. Forehead can get a little oily. Some people recommend putting product on your ears as well, which, you know, if you're into that, because you don't want to look like your ears are out of place. Again, brows. They frame the face, so maybe I might use a different brow pencil if I can find it. Okay, I have the Benefit one, the one that's without the brush. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw it first and then use another brush to just brush out. At one point, you know, I was really into thick brows. My brows are actually not this thin. I actually shaped it myself, but at one point I was just letting my brows grow out, and then I just wore them. I know I look a little crazy now, but it's gonna be worth it. So yeah, I kind of going for the thinner brows time just so that I don't look so intimidating. Where's my brush? Put that's not the brush. So just brush it out so it gets into the... That's the good thing about the Benefit brow product. It's slightly more water resistant, and then it sits on your real actual brow hairs, so it doesn't fade throughout the day. So I find that they last longer, it actually lasts better. And you want the... Okay, brows as sisters, brows as sisters. You want the ends to be darker, and then you want the middle part to be lighter. Sometimes you want to imitate the brow hair. There's a lot of ways you can do your brows. This is just one way. Some people buy like the pellets, the powder pellets, but I find that those don't really last, especially if you're sweating or if you get in touch with water, if it rains. So alright, so this is the palette we're using today. So I always start with the lightest color, and then you work your way to the darkest color. And then I have a bunch of brushes here, which I'm gonna figure out. So let's just use a little... Honestly, I'm not too picky for brushes. This is nice, it's like a rounded brush, but it's sharp at the end if you wanna, you know. But it's not too sharp, so it kind of blends. So I'm gonna go... I like this shade Protector. Is kind of like a color shifting shade, as you can see. So just gonna put that on the base, and I don't usually prime my eyes because that's just not a habit that I have, but of course if I decide to do so, then you know. So you want to go, oh, this is pretty good. It's pigmented, but it doesn't fall, like, you know, some pigmented palettes, the powder can like fall to your cheek or here, and then the glitter gets everywhere, but this one sits pretty well, so I like that. Okay, so usually for the corner we use a lighter color, so Cosmic Blast is the only lighter color palette. Just on the inner corner of the eyes. You can even put a little bit down here. You might want to use a thinner brush for this, but I can roughly gauge how much pressure. Okay, then for the middle part of the eye, this is more like a smoky eye vibe, because you know, if you do like some Korean beauty gurus will tell you to put the lighter shade in the middle so that your eye looks like it pops, but usually I do the other way, which is more of what I feel more Western beauty gurus use. I don't know. This is just what I observed. Okay, so let's do the shade Famous here under the black one. And I'm just gonna start in the middle, bring it to the back, and I'm gonna put it closer to my waterline, just so that I don't look like I bruised my eye. And then the black one in the shadows, I'm gonna switch to a thinner angular brush. This one has a bit of gold glitter in it, so I'm gonna kind of use it like an eyeliner, kind of. Like sometimes when I use this black shadow, I just skip the eyeliner part. But you can always put eyeliner to do that, to exaggerate your look. So, same for the other side. Ta-da-da. I'm an artist. Van Gogh be quaking. Just kidding. I might have to do a bit of color correction on this video because sometimes the camera doesn't really reflect the color that well. So let's say some of your powder comes up. What someone once taught me was you take your foundation again and then you do a line. So it doesn't matter whether you already put powder or not. Just some people, when they bake their face, they do like powder foundation, you get a drift, but yeah, so you don't really have to worry that it's gonna look cakey. So you can technically just do another layer just to clean that up. Yeah, so usually I just use three shades within a palette, but let's say you want to do your under eye, so also another thin angular brush. So we use this shade, so we want to go a little lighter, so let's use Extra Love and then put it on the outer corner of the under eye, and then make sure it's not too thick. Okay, and yeah, I don't overdo it or try to overdo it because not every color needs to be used in one look. if you're doing that, you know, you could do like a rainbow a rainbow theme, but really sometimes less is more. So again, where's my eyeliner? I use a few different eyeliners. I use the Milani and YSL one, but I find that the Benefit eyeliner smudges a lot. This one, so just be aware of that. So the other day we used Milani, so let's just use YSL. And I like to do a thinner line if I use the black powder, so it has that ombre effect and I don't completely cover up the piece of art I just created. So, and sometimes thin eyeliner looks nicer depending on... Oop, that was a bit long. That's okay. That's okay. I did okay today because I'm in a bit of a rush. Alright. So the other video I used a lip stain and I realized it kind of looked a little scary, like a little too red. So let's use something else today. So this eye has glitter on it. In the past I would put a lot of glitter gloss on my lip. I'm not gonna highlight my face today just because I don't want my whole face to look like it's shining. So I think I'm just gonna allow the eyes to do its own thing, to stand out. And in order to do that, we can give ourselves a darker lip so the eyes, you know, contrast. And you don't have to really like do your lipstick like you can just lightly tap it. You can even use your fingers to smudge it. So you can just layer it really until you get the shade you want. So with one lipstick you can do many different shades. You don't have to get multiple lipsticks. But if you're me, you're probably gonna get multiple lipsticks. So yeah. But the most important thing when you're doing this is to blend it really well so it doesn't look patchy. And then put something over it. And then if you want a bit of shimmer, but it's still a darker glitter than on my eyes, so that my whole face doesn't look like it's a Christmas ornament. And some people, they like to put a lighter shade on the top lip and then darker shade on the lower lip. That's just one way. Another way is the K-beauty style. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. Alright, and then I like to end off with perfume. Usually 2 to 3 sprays is enough. And then some people like to pat it, but I was taught that actually when you pat it, it kind of breaks down the compounds in the perfume. So I like to do it on my neck, wrist, and then extra maybe on my hair. And don't want to do too much because you don't want people to be like, wow, that's a lot of perfume. Alright, so that is it for this very quick video. Yeah, I didn't know if you found it enjoyable or not, but I really like eyeshadow palettes, so yeah. See ya!